Hey guys, of course, it's Stephen McCollum. I was working out some sound problems, so a little bit late here, but glad to be here. Of course, main event every Monday through Friday, 8 to 10 a.m. on WTSM TV. It's the subscription based show there with Dell Hellestrade, Jeff, and Izzy. Of course, we do put it out in podcast form as well Spotify, Apple, all the good stuff there. Podbean, if you want to see it on more things, just let me know what your favorite platform is and we can get it on there if we're not there already. Of course, who knows where the show's going to go in the future, but I've wanted to get more out there with you guys. A lot of you from the radio reach out. You don't want to subscribe to the show at WTSM TV, and that's perfectly fine. I'll be doing more live stuff, and I wanted to hop on today, just a quick test. And first of all, say hello again. Second of all, NFL football playoffs about to start here in about 15 minutes or so. So, of course, big news today. I'm doing all the production myself here, as you can see with the lower third as well here on the live stream that we got. Testing it out, YouTube only today. We'll probably be on other platforms coming up as well. Look, this is just short videos, have some discussions, have some fun as we are getting ready for NFL playoffs and other things. Hopefully, I sound good for you guys. As I said, I got all the sound dialed in, and might have to work on some volume levels coming up. But here I am, folks, in all of the glory. So appreciate you. If you're tuning in live, give a shout out. I should be able to see your comments. Of course, if not, catch it later as well. If you don't want to watch it at all, it's cool also. Just doing this for some fun for everybody. So, of course, the big news today is the NFL. Well, the governor of New York came out. They have moved the Buffalo Bills and the Pittsburgh Steelers game to 2:30 p.m. Phoenix time on Monday now instead of tomorrow. So here's the deal. Today, 2:30 p.m., we still have Browns in Houston. Still doing the 6 p.m. Peacock game. Miami and Kansas City is still a go, even though wind chills are going to be minus 20, minus 30. Of course, tomorrow now with the change, Green Bay, Dallas at 2:30 p.m. And then Rams and Lions at 6 p.m., which means on Monday, it is a holiday. Not everybody gets the day off of work. We will be doing a show, of course, Monday morning, 8 to 10 a.m. But Monday, you've got Pittsburgh and Buffalo at 2:30 p.m., Philadelphia and Tampa Bay at 6:15 p.m. now. So, look, I picked the Steelers in that game because of the weather. It's going to be a sludge fest there. And I put it out on Twitter for Dale and Izzy. Dale said he doesn't care. And then he made his little snide comments, which, by incidentally, I was told not to make snide comments anymore yesterday. So there's my snide comment for you guys. It's, you guys know what program you get here. But so we'll see if I'm going to change that pick to Buffalo. Obviously, I picked the Pittsburgh in this game the weather was going to be a factor in this game. And that's why I picked them. But Cleveland, Houston today, 2:30 p.m. About to kick off. Look, Joe Flacco is 5-0 in wild card rounds. He wins these games, of course, with the Browns for just a few weeks. That Browns defense is on fire. It's very difficult. C.J. Stroud on that offense, only team they really struggled against when C.J. Stroud was playing this year was the Cardinals defense with those 3 interceptions. I believe it was in the second half. I'm looking forward to this game. Miami, Kansas City tonight. Look, it's a tough go for Miami tonight in that weather. I don't care what you say. Even Kansas City's not going to like that weather. But then the Dolphins coming from, of course, Miami to that weather, it's going to be brutal for them coming up as well. So what I thought I'd do, I'd have a little fun here as we're getting ready for just a few minutes for kickoff. I'm not going to be on here for too long. Like I said, just testing it out a little bit, seeing how it goes. Letting you guys know I'm going to be doing more of this stuff. I'm not going to just stay on YouTube. I'm going to, like I said, do other things as well. It's about having some fun and discussing things that we're not able to get to on the show, or things that happen after the show, and just give some quick thoughts and have a discussion about it. So what I thought I'd do is just rank the games of interest in these 6 playoff games for this weekend and what you want to watch or what you can do and go have a bathroom break, go wash your hair, go grab some lunch, make some lunch or whatever for the boring games that you don't really aren't that interested in on this weekend. And Pittsburgh Buffalo did change an interest level because they moved this game with the amount of snowfall they were going to have. So, look, the least interesting game for me this weekend, it is this. I said it on the show on Friday. Dallas and Green Bay. It's at Dallas. Green Bay Packers are the youngest team in the NFL. Had a phenomenal season. I'm not going to take that away from them. But going to Dallas as the youngest team, first playoff for a lot of these guys. Now I understand, that the pedigree of the franchise doesn't matter. Dallas is going to be hyped to go. The only way Dallas loses this game, and if it's not a big blowout, is if Dallas beats themselves in this game, which is possible, to be honest with you. We know their playoff history. But I do think Dallas wins this game pretty easily. So I'm not looking forward to watching this game by any stretch of the imagination, coming into the playoffs here this weekend. Next one up for me is Philadelphia, Tampa Bay. The least game that I want to watch this weekend. Now that's Monday night, 6:15. Don't get me wrong, I'm going to watch these games. I'm just not excited about these games to watch by any stretch of the imagination. Tampa Bay with Baker Mayfield, up and down season, of course, make the playoffs by winning the division. However, the Eagles, they are a mess. Jalen Hurts just started throwing the football with his broken finger yesterday. How's that going to hold up? Now, warm weather in Tampa Bay, of course, is going to help him. Eagles defense has been terrible. A.J. Brown's not going to play now. There's been rumors of him being a malcontent in that locker room. Hurt himself, his knee last week. Was rehabbing all week. They ruled him out 2 days in advance. I just don't know what that means going into this game. This offense has been terrible. The defensive line has been terrible for the Eagles. I do think Tampa Bay is going to win this game, and I do not excited about this game as well. So this is my second least favorite game going into this weekend. Next one up for me is now we're getting in the territory of must-watch football in my eyes. Those are the 2 games that if you have something else to do, that's when you schedule that time frame. I will say this, Buffalo-Pittsburgh, less of a thrill for me to watch. I was looking forward to this game tomorrow because of the weather and how this changes that Buffalo offense. And I think that now it is my third least favorite game to watch. It's going to be 2:30 on Monday now as we come up on that. The reason being is now I picked the Steelers in this game due to the weather. We'll see if I'm going to change it. I have obviously till tomorrow to change it if I'm going to. Dale gave me permission to do that with the game change. And the worst thing is I don't want to change it and then have the Steelers win. That's going to be embarrassing even more so. But Buffalo's offense has been on fire. They've been in playoff mode for a few weeks. They can pass the football. That weather was going to do with those winds. We're going to cut down the passing for Buffalo, and the Steelers can play, grounded football. They can beat you up even with T.J. Watt out. So now with the weather going to be, it's still going to be bad, but it's not going to be what they were predicting for Sunday. I, of course, am going to, this is my third least favorite game to watch this weekend now, whereas it was one of my favorites. I was looking forward to this game on Sunday, and now it's my third least favorite game to watch. Next up would be the Los Angeles Rams and the Detroit Lions, of course. That is on Sunday, 6 p.m. And the reason why this is now my fourth least favorite to watch, but you might as well say third favorite game to watch, Matthew Stafford. I want to see what he can do going back home to Detroit, where he is a beloved figure. There, I want to see what the Lions can do. I'm not sold on the Lions going to this playoffs. They obviously haven't made it. The crowd is going to be hyped. It's going to be interesting to see how the Lions hold up in this game. But Matthew Stafford going back home, Aaron Donald, you do not count out Sean McVay and the physicality of that Ram defense. So the fourth least favorite game to watch, which of course makes it the third favorite game, with 6 games coming up there, and it's gonna be a fun one, I think, for that game. And I will not count out the Rams, even though I do think the Lions will win this game coming up then. Cleveland, Houston, which is kicking off here in just a few minutes here on this Saturday. Appreciate you joining us live. If not, if you're catching us, of course, watching this later, thank you as well. But, man, Cleveland, Houston, CJ Stroud and this offense is fun to watch. I think they're going to have a good game. Cleveland, Joe Flacco, ex-Baltimore Raven, bet on himself, older, came off the couch. Old guys rule, right? And I think, Joe Flacco is going to do some things. That Cleveland defense has suffered the last few years, or last few weeks, excuse me. Hasn't played up to that level they played for earlier in the season. So I am worried about that. If this becomes a shootout, Houston is going to have this game. But either way, it's going to be fun watching Cleveland and Houston. My second favorite game to watch this weekend. And as I said, it's about to kick off for us here coming up. Which means if you do the math here, the number one game for me to watch this weekend, which also is tonight. Miami, Kansas City, -20, -30 wind chill. The fans that are going to show up, look, they're used to those temperatures there. I personally would die in those temperatures no matter what I wore to that game, as I'm not built for that here, being from the desert southwest of Phoenix. But this game is going to be fun, man. This is not even football weather. This is worse than football weather, but man, how's Kansas City's offense? You're not going to be able to throw the ball very much. Miami going into that temperature, I want to see early on if Miami comes into this game expecting to lose and just wants to get it over with. I want to watch how that goes on there. So now the game itself might not turn out to be an exciting game. It might be, a little 6-3 ball game. Field goals are going to be interesting with 30-mile-per-hour winds. Probably not going to be able to do a lot of that here coming into this game. But Miami to win this game has to get these elements out of their head. And let's see if they're able to do it. So the game might not be exciting, but I want to see them play in these temperatures, the snow, the frigidness of the Kansas City metropolitan area. And I'm looking forward to this game the most this weekend because of those elements. It throws a big wrinkle. And if Miami's able to overcome those elements, I don't think they're going to be able to. But if Miami's able to come over those elements, they have a chance to knock off Kansas City, which will be even more impressive with those temperatures. So, as I said, if you missed the beginning of the show, of course, I'm Stephen McCollum. For those of you that used to listen on the radio, I appreciate you checking me out here with this stuff. We're going to be doing more stuff from the Fortress, as we like to call it, coming up here during games, after games, doing recaps for things that happen. Of course, show 8 to 10 a.m. WTSM TV. For those of you that subscribe can watch us live. For those of you that subscribe and watch the on demand, thank you very much. And if not, catch us on the podcast systems as well. Me, Dale Hellestrey, of course, Izzy and Jeff as well. So, as I said, I'm doing everything myself on this production side here. I'm looking forward to it, to get back out there and get back to the roots of the main event as well. That we started with, for those of you that have been here with us since 2018 in its various forms. Appreciate it as we continue to move forward. And we'll see where the show goes in the future in terms of, keep growing. Look, we have opportunities coming our way. I have other show plans that I can't get into right now, and not sports related types of programs. And it's going to be a fun, exciting 2024 for me and growing shows. And for those of you that want to get on here, man, get on the program, get on the bandwagon. Let me know that you're here, of course, and that we can keep moving forward. Don't forget, guys, also that Daybreak Services been a longtime sponsor with the program. And if those of you that remember them from the radio program, they have a banner on the WTSM website as well. But Riley Torgerson over there does a great job. Of course, you guys know, with my rental properties, does all of my turns for me, does the landscaping. So he's a handyman service and landscaping, pool service as well. Give him a call. It's 480-710-6586, of course. For Riley, shoot him a text. Of course, Daybreak Services AZ.com is their website. Facebook, I believe they're on Instagram as well. If you have handyman work around, look, if they can't do it, if he can't do it, he'll tell you he can't do it, and he can possibly recommend other people. And he's doing a couple of my tenants have moved out. A couple of my friends good friends that do that, do investing as well. Tenants moved out, and Riley's turning those properties quickly, and it is just a pleasure to work with those guys. And they support, of course, the main event here, and you guys can support them as well if you need that type of work there. So appreciate you guys joining me really quick for this just online deal. It was a test one. Enjoy the kickoff of course, the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans. My second game I'm looking forward to. And then tonight, man, this weather fest here on Peacock. If you don't have Peacock, look, find it. This is the future of the NFL. You're going to have to get these services just like you do Amazon Prime now. Nobody complained about getting Amazon Prime this year. Everybody complained last year. It's just the cold, hard business of the NFL. Well, guys, I'll let you get to the kickoff. I'm going to go get the game turned on as well. Of course, I'm Stephen McCollum, the main event show host. Look, subscribe to the YouTube page. Go to TME Sports Show on Facebook and Twitter. Follow us there as well and get the notifications that I'm going to be doing this live stuff. And we'll see you all after the games coming up. Everybody, enjoy the football.